So the first thing to do is to crop off everything that we don't plan on drawing, at least not right away. So I'm going to go to the crop tool, and you may have the crop settings from when we made our headers. So if this is set to a 4:1 or a 3:1 and you're restricted here, and every time you move it, it stays in that same shape. Let me Control Z undo. All you need to do is clear out that ratio. And now you'll be allowed to set the edges right up next to your monster. Don't cut anything off, but don't keep anything that you don't really need. So I'm going to double click. There's also a checkbox up there that will do that. And now when we level this, make the white perfectly white and then darken up these. This will be very important for very light sketches that are hard to see. You'll notice this text up here that's been written out. We don't need that for this part, but you will see how that is going to become darker and lighter. I'm going to Control plus and zoom in a little bit for this next part. Press Control S to save. Every time you accomplish a big step, make sure you're saving it. So in order to level this, I'm going to use this method this time. So this is where you can get to your adjustment layers very easily. It's the same as going to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and choosing Levels off of this list. It creates this adjustment layer, and you should be able to get to this black point and the white point and the midpoint. Sometimes that is kind of covered up, so you may need to make this a little bit larger. You can just scroll down so you can see it, although this part we don't want that. That will either make the whole thing like really light or darken the whole thing. What we want is this histogram right here. So I'm going to bring the black point in. If I go too far, you'll see what happens. If I was worried about these lines up here, I might go that far, but it kind of messes with the detail in my drawing. So I'm going to find the point where I can really see detail, but it's nice and rich. Dark colors on the lines, and then just bring the white point in maybe just a little bit. These pixels right here on the rightmost side represent all of these very light colored white pixels over here. So I've made my paper like perfectly white. If you go too far, you lose detail that you may want. So this is more of an art than a science. For those of you that have just a light pencil sketch, you may indeed need to bring this over quite a bit further. And what I like to do with the midpoint is grab it, not look at where it is, and just find where it looks good over here. And I did end up a little bit to the right of that center part. Okay, so I'm going to press Control S, save again, and do a little bit more editing. For example, these extra lines right here, I don't need them. If you did some erasing on your drawing and you end up with some stray lines that might confuse you when you're tracing, then you might want to do this. Use the eraser tool, E for eraser, and if this is on levels, it's not going to work. So go to background, and I'm going to keep it locked right now and make sure that my background color is white. So if I sample this, you'll see, yep, that paper is very white right now, and it will fill in with whatever color is in the background. So let me just do this just to show you what happens. So if I erase this now, it's kind of like painting with my background color because it's locked. Otherwise, we would get the transparency. I'm going to press X on my keyboard and swap these. So if your background color is red, when you erase, it fills in with the background color. I'm going to Control Z undo. And if I'm doing that kind of work, don't try and do it from far away. Zoom in. I'm using the space bar to get my hand. And I'm going to switch this back. Remember, X will do that for you. And just remove anything, any stray marks that I can get rid of easily. Do not spend a lot of time getting in here. Bracket keys will make these larger and smaller. Like this is not necessary. But sometimes when we might have lines that might confuse us when we're doing our tracing, we might want to get rid of that. With this, that's all the editing that I would want to do that way. So I've got it leveled. I've removed anything after the crop that I don't need. And now I'm going to press save again. And this is now going to be my reference. I've saved it as a Photoshop file, which means that I can come back to this and make edits and it'll show up in Illustrator. In fact, I'm going to bring back those marks so you can see how that works. I press Control Z, let me redo, modify the levels, and just leave that so you can see what that means when we keep a live link between them. Pressing Control S one more time. And now we'll go to Illustrator.